I am doing the Numerology and Astrology for the 6th of July, 2022. Thank you for joining me. Okay, if you add all those numbers together, you get the number 19, and if you add the 1 and the 9 together, you get the number 10. The lessons today circle around authority and leadership, the number 10. The question becomes, how do we take the lead without becoming unbending and rigid? The key to me is willingness to take in more information. The perception of winning at all costs ends up weighing us down with karmic consequences rather than the feeling of a true integrated win. I wish for humanity to begin to see the only true integrated win is one where everyone gains and none really lose. We are learning to consider more than our own feelings or just what we want in this world. I look to a future world where we teach and cultivate royal courage in our youth so that we have a society that is in better balance. The old way to do the number 10 was to approach things with an all or nothing attitude, and that is not really healthy in the long run. The self-involved will stomp their feet and refuse to budge if they do not get their way. We see too many that if they can't have what they want, then they won't do anything at all. Resistance is a very slow death sentence. And why would anyone do that to themselves? I personally have gotten stuck personally for decades, but in the end, the only one suffering is myself. That is why today it is time to remind ourselves that we have untapped resources within, and there is strength and courage if we are willing to do what is being asked of us. Okay, the astrology for today. The moon in Libra tries to be fair-minded and essentially sane. Seems the weekend might have given us a much-needed break so that we could do a personal and energetic reset. Healing is more forthcoming because of Chiron and Venus sextiling. Generosity is playfully given out in warm and wonderful ways. We are communal beings and we do need each other. We learn so much by the histories and stories that are shared with us by those older and hopefully wiser. When we listen, we can overcome our insecurities and have alternative ways of seeing the world. We are seeking more healthy relationships and those that support us in not suppressing things, but in uncovering instead. True intimacy requires us to be vulnerable. It is those that love us that we also love and trust that we can show our imperfections to. There are things improving slowly. Financially, we are making a bit of headway. Last month was tough on a lot of people. Uranus and Mercury will semi-square, and while that is insightful to our mind, it can also make it hard to focus on what needs to be done now. Expect to keep missing phone calls and not getting through when we need to. It can be a bit frustrating. Don't give up. It can still work. Many things can feel as if they are incomplete, and patience seems on a thin thread. At least it won't be a boring day. Thanks, everyone.